Hi, I'm Richard Byrne. In this video, I'm going to give you an overview of a great platform for teaching coding to your students, even if you don't have any prior coding experience yourself. Let's go ahead and take a look at how this works. We'll find it at blackbirdcode.com. It's a great platform. I used it with my own students a couple of years ago, and it's been updated, so I thought I'd make this video. First of all, let's go ahead and log into my free account. You can see there you can sign in with Google, Clever, or just use your email address and choose a password for yourself. I'm going to sign in with my Google account because this will allow me to sync my Google Classroom roster. Now, you'll see up here I'm in the Learn mode, and this is exactly what students would see. But I'm going to switch over to Teach mode here. And I want to sync my Google Classroom. I'm going to sync my Google Classroom, and I'm just going to sync one of my Google Classroom rosters, not all of them. And so I'm going to use my Summer 2022 demo class, and then it'll ask me to choose a curriculum and expressions and equations, games and animations, magnet rocket, ratios, and proportions. The Blackbird program works the same way regardless of which curriculum you choose. I'm going to choose games and animations for this demo. Let's sync my classroom roster. And you'll see I'm still here in my teach mode. And I can look at my Summer 2022 demo class. And in here, I can see my students and the progress that they've made. And so, first of all, they haven't actually done any lessons yet. They're on lesson 1 in the Games and Animations unit. So, now I want to go back and take a look at this Home button and go into the Learn mode, and Learn is where you as a teacher can see Blackbird exactly the same way that your students will see it. So again, we're in Games and Animations, and we'll start with points because that's stage 1, and we're going to get coding, and you'll see here we'll start the basics, and soon we'll be making animations with JavaScript. And so here's what we're going to do now. We're going to follow the directions that are on the left-hand side of the screen here, create a new point named P. Here's what to type. And so it tells me exactly what to type. And we can see there. All right, now I've done that. Now let's click the option to check the code. Yay, I did it. Now we're on to the next portion of this, and that's let's position the x-coordinate of our point. Here's how. So we type in p.x equals 100. And now we can check the code again, or we can run it, and we can stop running it. Let's run it one more time. Run it, and stop run it. Check the code. Task complete, and we've done it. Now we're going to keep building on this. So let's go to the next line. Now, we can also go into this deep dive here. And this will explain what we're doing. So this explains to the students what they're doing. And again, they can run it and stop running. And then check code and task complete. Now there's one more thing I want to show you here that students have access to. Let's say that they are really stuck on something. Now in the beginning phases, it's really pretty easy to follow these directions, but they might get stuck a little bit later down the road. And they can click on this Show Me button, and Show Me will show them their code so far and the correct code. Now, here's where it might work in real life for students. Maybe they write this. And they go to check the code, and it says, oh, it's not recognized. Well, maybe they're not quite sure what they did wrong, so they click on show me. Then it shows them, oh, I forgot to put in that dot between P and draw. Now let's take a look at it and check the code. And now they run it. And look, hey, there's the dot up there. Okay. And stop running. And the task is complete. They did it. So that's a short overview of what the lessons look like for students right here in Blackbird code. Now they can restart it anytime. And you'll see here's a little work on button as well. And this takes them into a code workshop where they can modify some of the existing things that are already available to them in Blackbird code. And they can create a new one, or again, they can modify some of the things they've already done and create brand new projects from scratch as well. Or go in here and look at some example projects like, hey, fridge magnets. Let's go ahead and look at the fridge magnets and all the code that's in there. And they can run it. And we'll see, here's a prompt. And they can stop that at any time as well. And of course, you can go home. And then as a teacher, just switch back into your teach mode. And you can go in and see if any of your students have done the lesson yet or not. In this case, my students still haven't done the lesson. But I, as the teacher, used that learn mode so that I could test out the lessons in advance. So that's a short overview of Blackbird. Again, you'll find it at blackbirdcode.com. It is a great way to teach coding to your students and to let them experiment with some coding as well. As always, for more things like this, please check out freetechforteachers.com or subscribe to my YouTube channel.